Good morning, friends. Today we are going to revise back the trigonometric ratios along with their full names and then proceed with today's work. So we have sine of the angle is the ratio of the opposite to the hypotenuse. The cosine of the angle called the cos is the ratio of the adjacent to the hypotenuse. The tan or the tangent of the angle is the ratio of the opposite to the adjacent. Then we have the cotangent or the cot of the angle, that is the adjacent upon opposite. We have the secant or the sec of an angle, that is hypotenuse upon adjacent, and we have the cosecant or the ratio of the hypotenuse to the opposite. So these things we have been doing from quite a long time. We have kept on repeating this again and again and again. Okay, from this what relation did we get? We got a few relationships were reciprocal. Cosec of theta of an angle is reciprocal of the sine. You remember, sine and cosec are reciprocal. Sec and cos are reciprocal. Cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Sec is hypotenuse. I'll just write the name sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, and cosec. So cos is the reciprocal of the sec, and we have got cot is the reciprocal of the tan. So I can write it both ways. I have written cosec is 1 upon sine and sine is 1 upon cosec, and cosec into sine will give me 1. Similarly, sec theta is 1 upon cos theta, or we can say cos theta is 1 upon sec theta, or sec theta into cos theta is equal to 1. We also have cot theta equal to 1 upon tan theta, or tan theta equal to 1 upon cot theta to tan theta is equal to 1. And two more identities we got here on dividing, that is tan theta equal to sin theta upon cos theta, or cot theta equal to cos theta upon sin theta. So this we had derived using the ratio. So we have learned these ratios, revised them a lot of times. Today we are going to see something called complementary relationships. Complementary relationships, right? Now you know what are complementary angles. What are complementary angles? Two angles whose sum is 90. Say angle P. There is angle P plus angle R. If the sum of two angles is 90 degree, what do we call them? Complementary angles. For example, say one is 20 degree, the other one is 70 degree. Then 20 plus 70 gives us 90. So 20 and 70 are which angles? They are complementary angles, right? So because they are the complementary angles, we are going to see the relationship today of the complementary angles. Now, the first thing we proceeded with was a right angle triangle. So let me draw a right angle triangle and give it a name, say A, B, C, where B is the right angle. Okay? Now B is the right angle, then AC is the hypotenuse, and just now I am not showing what is the opposite adjacent, that will keep on later on. But you see this is the right angle triangle ABC, and you know the angle sum property. What is the angle sum property? The sum of the angles, angle A plus angle B plus angle C has to be 180 degree. The sum of the angles is 180. But angle B is 90. So angle A plus 90 degree. I put the value of angle B 90 degree plus angle C equal to 180 degree. So angle A plus angle C is 180 minus 90 is 90 degree. Means angle A and angle C when added become 90 degree, and that would mean that angle A and angle C are complementary angles. So in a right angle triangle, the acute angles are always complementary. That is a fact. So like say A is 20. If A is 20 and B is 90, then C has to be 70 because the sum should be 180. So if A is 20, C will be 70. If A is 30, C will be 60. If A is 45, C will be 45. If A is 50, C will be 40. If A is 10, C will be 80. These two angles are always complementary angles. So the first part what I have done here, have you seen? In a right angle triangle, the right angle is 90 degree, and because the sum of the three angles is always 180, the sum of these two angles will always be 90. So the acute angles will always be complementary. Okay, so that is the first part we have seen, that in a right angle triangle the acute angles are always complementary. Now we'll see what happens because of the consequence. Let us see. So let me write it down. What I have to write down? That here in this angle, angle A and angle C are complementary angles. Now we'll see what happens because they are complementary angles. So let me say what is sine A. Sine A. What you can see, what is sine A? Sine A, if you take this as the angle, then sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. So it is opposite side BC. So sine A is BC. Sine A is what? BC upon AC. Clear? So I have taken the sine of the angle. Sine A is opposite BC upon AC. And what is cos C? C, adjacent upon hypotenuse. So the adjacent is BC, hypotenuse AC. So cos C is BC upon AC. So what you can see here, we can see sin A equal to cos C. Notice this very clearly. The sine of A is the opposite to the hypotenuse. The cos of C is the adjacent of the hypotenuse, and though this both are equal. But we just saw that A and C are complementary angles, means angle A plus angle C equal to 90 degree. So we can say angle A equal to 90 minus angle C. Yes, angle A is equal to 90 minus angle C. So if I replace the value of A over here, I will write sine 90 minus C. So sine 90 minus C will give me cos C. So this is a complementary relationship. Remember, sine 90 minus C is cos C. Means, let us take an example. Let C be 25 degree. What is C? 25. So sine 90 minus 25 is cos 25. Now what is 90 minus 25? 65. So we have said sine 65 degree equal to cos 25 degree. This is what is the meaning of the complementary relationship. So sine 65 is cos 25. Sine 30 is cos 60. Sine 45 is cos 45. This is a complementary relationship between sine and cos. Can you see how I found out? Right angle triangle, B is 90 degree, A and C are complementary angles, means A plus C is 90. The total of this will always remain 90. Sine A is BC upon AC. Cos C is BC upon AC, means sine of A whatever the value is cos of C, because this both are complementary. So sine of A is the cos of C, so I can write cos C as sine 90 minus C, or sine of 90 minus C is cos C. Similarly, I will get cos of 90 minus A is sine A. So cos 20 degree is sine 70 degree. Cos 10 degree is sine 80 degree. This is the relationship we get. So let me note it down. The first two relationship of the complementary. Let me note it down. How will I write it? I will write sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, or cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. Okay? Now you can see both are complementary, means sine and cos are complementary, and this is how you get the name sine and cosine. Cosine means the complementary of sine. So now you know the name, the relationship. What is sine and why are cosine here? Sine and cosine means co is complementary. So cosine is the complementary of sine. Means both the angles, the sum of the two angles will be 90 degree. Relationship will be complementary. So the relationship is what? The difference of the angle 90. Am I clear to you? So you can see in the triangle, if B is 90 and A is 30, then automatically C will be 60. Now last time we made a trigonometric table. Do you remember the trigonometric table we made for the angles 0 degree, 30, 45, 60 and 90? Open the table and see. What you will see in the table, sine 0 is 0 and cos 90 is 0, because 0 and 90 are complementary. So sine 0 is 0, cos 90 is 0. Sine 30 is 1 upon 2, cos 60 is 1 upon 2. Why? Because 30 plus 60 is 90, so value is equal. So sine 30 is cos 60, 1 upon 2. 45 plus 45 is also 90. So sine 45 is cos 45. So this is the relation set between sine and cos. Clear? But that was for the sine and cos. Now we'll move on to the next part. Which is the next part? Checking the tan and the cot. Okay. Now let's move further. A and C are complementary angles. You understood this is complementary angle. So I just remove these values. But they are complementary means A plus C will always remain 90 because B is 90. Now let us check cot A. What is cot A mean? Cot A means, what is cot? So what is the cot of A again? Cot is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So cot of A is adjacent, not adjacent hypotenuse, cot is adjacent upon opposite. So adjacent of A is AB and opposite is BC. So cot A is AB upon BC. What is tan C? Tan C means opposite upon adjacent. So what is the opposite of C? AB and BC. So here we come to the same terms. What are we getting? That cot A equal to tan C. So if I replace the value of A, then cot 90 minus C. A is what? 90 minus C. So cot 90 minus C is tan C, or tan 90 minus A is cot A. But in either way, we get the relationship. What relationship? Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta, or cot 90 minus theta is tan theta. So this relationship also stays for sine and cos, tan and cot. And again you understood the name tangent and cotangent. Means the cotangent is the complementary of the tangent. The name itself suggests the reciprocal part. Okay? And we will not do the next one because you can do that by yourself. But the relationship continues and continues for what now? The last part, the second and the cosecant. So we will have sec 90 minus theta is cosec theta and cosec 90 minus theta is sec theta. So we have built up all the relationships right now. We started with the ratio, we went to the complementary, we went to the quotient, sorry not the complementary, the reciprocal. We started with the ratios, the naming the ratios, the reciprocal, the quotient, and today we have done the complementary. So you will get very simple answer and very quick now. Let us see a few sums on the board. Yes, 10 degree will be cot 80 degree. Sine 33 degree will be cos how much, can you guess? 57 degree, right? Because 57 plus 33 will give us 90. Let us say sec 13 degree will be cosec how much degree? 77 degree. Right? Should we try a few more? Let us say sine 47 degree will be cos 43 degree. So this is the complementary identity and you will always get this. Now we know the table only for certain values like 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. Those values, those ratios we know. But these rules apply to any angle between 0 and 90. Because A and C are always complementary means in a right angle triangle, I showed you before, in a right angle triangle, angle B is 90 means angle A and angle C, the sum of these two angles will always be 90. So these angles are always complementary. So by this relationship, this is the complementary ratio. So go through them well and now we'll do a few sums based on this. But I hope you have understood it very well. So starting all over again, what did you see? What did you notice? In a right angle triangle, there are three sides. Okay, in the first lecture I told you, in a right angle triangle there are three sides. The side opposite to right angle is the hypotenuse, but the remaining sides depends upon which angle you take, which becomes the opposite side and which becomes the adjacent side. Now since there are three sides, there are 6 ratios. So we gave the name to the ratios. And today I think you must have understood how the ratios are named. The sine, the complementary of the sine is the cosine. Then we had the tangent. The complementary of the tangent was called the cotangent. Then we have the secant. The complementary of the secant is the cosecant. So now you try to figure out the relationship. So first we give the names. You have learned all the 6 ratios properly. Now see the relationship. Cosec and sine are related by reciprocal, but cos and sine are related by complementary. So do not mix up the relationship. From the naming of the ratios you will see sine and cosec are reciprocals. Opposite by hypotenuse, hypotenuse by opposite. They are reciprocals. While sine and cos are complementary because sine and cos add up to 90. So sine 10 is cot 80. Sine 47 is cos 43. So when you say complementary relationship, which are the complementary relationship? Sine and cosine is complementary, tan and cot is complementary, sec and cosec is complementary. If you say reciprocal, then sine and cosec is reciprocal, cos and sec is reciprocal, tan and cot is reciprocal. So if you look at tan and cot is reciprocal also, complementary also. So tan and cot have a special relationship. They are reciprocals also. You can see they are reciprocals also and they are complementary also. And the quotient identities are only two. Tan is sine upon cos and cot is cos upon sine. So we have added today something to our list. Okay. But again, the ratios, the reciprocals, the quotient and the complement. Now one more thing we need to do are the square identities, but that will be for the later lecture. Just now we'll do a few sums based on the complementary identities that we have found. Okay, so can you see the question on the board? The question on the board is evaluate sin 25 upon cos 65. Sin and cos. So we have to take either of the two. So let me take cos. Now what is cos? Cos theta is sin 90 minus theta, right? We have cos 65. So cos 65 degree equal to sin 90 minus 65 degree. So cos 65 degree is sin 90 minus 65 is sin 25. So now after writing this, what does the sum become? Sin 25 I kept as it is, but the cos 65 is now sin 25. So upon sin 25, what answer do we get? 1. So sin 25 upon cos 65 gives us the answer 1. Let us see one more sum. See, evaluate tan 41 degree upon cot 49 degree. Similar sum. Okay, but how do we write it? Want to change one of the other. So let us say cot theta equal to tan 90 minus theta. Now we have cot 49. So we put theta, we put 49. So what is cot 49? In place of whatever we put 49. So tan 90 minus 49. Right? So cot 49 equal to tan. 90 minus 49 is 41. So cot 49 is tan 41. I replace the value. So tan 41 remains tan 41. Cot 49 becomes tan 41 we showed here. So tan 41 upon tan 41 equal to 1. Yes, these are quite easy sums. Now we take a different type of sum. Okay, a different type of sum, the sum of the if condition. We'll take the if condition now. Okay, we have got the sum sin 3a equal to cos a minus 26. Okay, we are given a relationship sin 3a equal to cos a minus 26, where a is a acute angle. Okay, so a is an acute angle. We have to find the value of a. Look at the relationship. What is the relationship you are getting? Sin 3a equal to cos a minus 26. So what will we do here? What is sine? Sine is 90 minus cos 90 minus theta. So let me first write down sine theta equal to cos 90 minus theta. So sine 3a equal to cos 90 minus 3a. Can you see this what I have done? Sine theta equal to cos 90 minus theta. So sine 3a is cos 90 minus 3a. So instead of sine 3a, what I will write? I will write cos 90 minus 3a equal to cos a minus 26 degree. Okay? So this implies this. Now we got cos of this is cos of this. So both sides we have got cos. So we can say that implies 90 minus 3a equal to a minus 26 degree. The 26 I take on this side, the a on this side. So I get 90 plus 26 degree equal to a plus 3a. What does it give us? 90 plus 26 is 116 degree equal to 4a. So what is a? A is 116 upon 4, and that is how much? 4 2s are 8 and 9. So a is 29 degree. So this is making use of the complementary identities to solve the sum given to us. Okay, now you can see into your book and do the sums. This is a very simple sums, not tough at all. So I'll put the sums on the board as for your homework. Okay, but I hope you have got the idea for today. We have solved it and seen what are complementary identities. So let me put on the homework on the board now. So the homework is put on the board for you. Take your time, do the sums and follow the proper method. Okay, so today's topic was mainly the complementary relationship, and I have shown you how we have got the relationship. Also on the board I have put all the formulas. I keep on repeating the formulas so that you can understand them well and memorize them. Because if you have remembered the formulas well, it will help you to save your time. Today's topic is a really simple topic. I want you to do the sums, then you can send the photographs to me. Okay, so I am going to end here, and the last topic to remain now is the square identities. After that we will move on to the prove that sums. Those are really very interesting sums and you will really enjoy, but that is our next topic. So once you are thoroughly with these three topics, tomorrow we will go to find the square identities, and that is the last part of the chapter, and then we will revise all the sums once again. Okay, I end here. Thank you.